hopefully. Hi everybody, this is Angelic Ray coming to you at Angelic Soul 11. Hopefully this is working now because IG's being a little butthead. And there we go. Hi goddess. So I just sent you a request. You can request to come on. I'm not sure how it's looking on your side. Are you able to hear me and see me well? Yes. Cool. Yeah, because I was just having a little like tug of war there with IG for a moment.
Hey.
You look so good. You look tired too, but you look good.
Oh, thank you. I definitely feel tired. I'm excited though. Happy tired on leave up. I'm tired because I'm doing the work.
Right, exactly. Because I'm a little tired too. I'm just like, Spirit, don't shout me out now. Okay, all right. So everyone's starting to come in. I'm not sure if it was going through before. I kept trying to come on live here. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So we're just gonna allow it some time for people to come in before we showcase any of the crystals. But in the meantime, as people are rolling in, how about you introduce yourself, you beautiful, powerful, divine being? Who are you?
Oh, my name is Cynthia. I prefer to be called Cyn though. It's really funny to hear you say powerful divine because I remember for so many years thinking that I had to cultivate that energy. And I chose that name because I didn't feel like I was powerful or divine at that time of my life. And I was like, fuck it. Like, if I just start writing it a bunch of times everywhere, I'm going to become that. And that's just basically what happened.
Ah,
And
love
so,
attraction.
yeah, now I'm just, being that all day long. I get to do a lot more though because I focused. The convergence happened. The crystals help, of course, in everything.
They really do. So, what else do you do? I know you are a crystal specialist, so I'm super excited to actually have you here with us during the crystal channeling. So,
Definitely an enthusiast.
I'm sorry?
Definitely a crystal enthusiast. Yeah.
Yes, I like that one too. I get very enthusiastic with crystals as well. Hi everybody. If you can just say hi to each other in the chats and shout out where you're coming in from, where you're tuning in from, and happy
That.
Saturday. So Cynthia, or Sin, I'm sorry, Sin. You know, we all sin differently, y'all. I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad. Listen. So what else do you do? I know you are a crystal enthusiastic being. You showcase crystals, you sell them. If I'm not mistaken, you are now doing
I am
hypnotherapy.
a therapist now.
Yes. And how's that journey going for you?
Wow, that's a whole nother journey in itself. Every career is, of course, and then there's hypnosis, which, like, in terms, technical terms, is supposed to be like the highest level of like conscious awareness that you can practice, because we're directly communicating with like our higher self instead of ascended masters and angels or your intuition, ancestors, all of the above. So it's just really powerful to bring it all together and help people bring it together because like what else is there to do? Like no matter what you go through, you gotta make sure you learn how to drive yourself, your whole body. Just like we do controllers for video games, we learn how to use it to get through the level. We gotta do that with ourselves to get through this earth plane level. Definitely.
My inner child and my higher self and my ghetto self was like listening to Biggie. I got a crush on you, hypnotized my head. Oh, I love that. I love that. So yes.
I had to keep a few things out because I'm in the process of moving and all the shows and stuff. So it's like really crazy. I even have anything out. I'm
See,
glad that worked out.
yes, that looks beautiful. They are so lovely.
Right.
I
Everything
see
has a
that
purpose.
at the
Even though
hand.
it's the same stone and they're different colors, they have their purpose and they're different ones. Different purposes. Just like people. Everybody's powerful.
So, what crystals, before we get into the readings, with anyone that's tuning in right now, for those of you that are tuning in, I am taking donation-based readings, and so whatever you feel compelled to send, you can send to Angelic Soul 11, and then if you would like to purchase any crystals, please, serious inquiries only. You will have at least 24 hours to claim your crystals, to pay for it. I believe that's the process with Powerful Divine. She will showcase the crystals, let you know the price. You claim it and you DM her, and you have 24 hours to pay or lose your crystal. So you claim it, you keep it. You don't claim it, sorry, it's gonna move on to the next beautiful home. So I just wanted to say that. But before we get into that, what crystals will you recommend right now during this, for the month of October? Not necessarily just the Halloween vibes, but with all the retrogrades and planet shifts that we have Mars in Aries, but it is in retrograde. So Mars is home in Aries, but it's in retrograde, and it just squared Pluto. That means they're kind of like fighting, but Pluto still has Mars energy. Scorpios have Mars energy just as Aries does. So they're kind of, it's almost like if it's the same planet, but which is not, but it's almost as if it's the same planet fighting its shadow self. So it's like the water and the fire, same planet, polar opposite side, saying, you know what, hey, y'all want to talk all this twin flame stuff going on here? What's your opposite component, and how can we merge this integration? And Pluto just went direct. Mars is still retrograde. That square off energy is going to last for a few weeks now, and then but it just happened yesterday. And then we have Mercury that is on shadow
Kick our
about
little
to go
butt.
retrograde. Yes. And Mercury is the ruler of communication, of travel, of
Yes.
magic in a sense. So
Mhm.
very it's talking about lovers and twin flames and all of that. And then we have Libra. We're in Libra season. So Libra, and also October has Scorpio. We have Saturn that just went direct here. We have Libra season that is ruled by Venus. We have, I mean, just everything is going on this month. We have two full moons and a new moon. So,
Yeah,
what
right?
would be the crystal with all of these energies going on? What would be your recommendations?
Okay, that was a very easy one. It's super underrated, the fluorite family. In any color. The reason being is because in order for us to be able to like tune in, we gotta tune everything out. And a lot of us kind of like pretend that the relationships that we carry don't matter, that there's not a clear definition of what they are. So we carry around mixed emotions all the time, acting like we're cool with our day. And in reality, we're causing like all this mental fog on top of all the other responsibilities that we have to keep ourselves accountable, all this other good stuff. So the fluorite is going to help you understand all of your relationships and not have mixed signals about them, so you don't waste your time sabotaging yourself in cycles and things. All these planets are like consistently making you remember because you keep on participating with them. So the fluoride is all about the mental clarity. We reduce the fog, and it's extremely important because it comes in so many colors. It means that it's going to heal every one of your chakras. You can be confused in your emotions, confused in, I don't know, making a decision. Maybe you're confused about like where you want to live. Like any little bit of confusion adds to your cup. And it just gets foggier and foggier, like a forest full of trees. And now, where you could have just easily maneuvered away, now you can't see where you're going. So you really like bring a storm into yourself without the mental clarity. That's why the Florida is so powerful, because part of mental clarity is like knowing what relationships you're participating in, especially your jobs, because now these are unconscious realities that we are creating by not facing them directly. In order for us to face them directly, we got to be able to see where we're going, which is the point of the flow, right? see where you're going with your senses, though.
That's a
And this
beautiful.
one's really cool. It comes in a lot of shapes. Every one of the shapes means something different. The fact that, let me get a bigger one, that they're cubic or they have little cities, all these things mean something. So it doesn't matter what kind of fluorite it is. It could be any shape. It can be a raw point. It can be as little as like a pendant or a pocket stone, but that's all you need. And also, that's honestly like I would say the most powerful for studying new information too, which is like practicing self-love because now you're eliminating the distractions and now you're participating in something that actually matters to you. So, fluoride, gotta do it. It makes you forget that anything is gonna affect you. It doesn't. You're just gonna maneuver through it. And
I love the fluorite piece that I got from YouTube, by the way. It
you have
had.
fluoride, yay!
I feel like bringing it over. I left it over there, and I'm just like, oh, I should have brought it over.
I always recommend those.
It
Even
has.
in the house, one tower will change the whole atmosphere.
Oh yes, it had, and then it had the indigo blue in it, which is not even really common to find like that. So
Magenta's hard.
had that, I was just like, ooh, you don't really find that in the stores. A lot of the times you just find like the green or even the yellows are kind of hard to find in the stores. And that's a beautiful piece there. Kind of,
Yeah, it has purple and blue. It's tough.
yeah. And it had like the green, I could see the city. It had like the natural shape of it where you could use it for like even like a pendant. It was just like I was like, I want to make jewelry out of this for real. And I do believe that fluorite is connected with Libra. And if not, then I just know a lot of Libras that work really well with it because Libras can also have, like you were saying, that a little bit of the confusions. Libra on their shadow side, right? And we're in Libra season, so we're
Yeah,
going to connect with everyone. Libra on their shadow side can be indecisive, or they can be very people
I
pleasing.
hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I was hearing you.
Yeah, or they can be very people pleasing. And so fluorite, being that it connects you with your higher self, your true self. It eliminates that indecisiveness. It eliminates the need to people plead, but allows you more to be connected with yourself here. So we
Agreed.
have
That's the point.
Suzette Cabrera. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I said that correctly. Hello, love.
Yeah,
She
she's a
loves
G.
your crystals. She said, yes, fluorite.
She has a, yeah, she's super powerful. This girl, oh my God. She didn't even need the fluoride, but she got it. And it's just like, I feel like it's helped her a lot to, again, the distractions. Not only is she not getting distractions, they're not even coming into her office. It's so powerful. Nobody's coming
Beautiful.
through that door.
Good. And so those hands there, do they have the elements on there? What do they have on there? I do see
Honestly,
Cancer.
these are like a home decoration piece. They
Okay.
don't have any like specific trade. It's just the eye, the flower, a
Well, they're
moon, an
very
arrow.
protective.
It's
Yeah.
more of a home decor.
That's very beautiful. And are you
I
selling
like
those as well?
I like to keep them next to like my tarot cards. And whenever I see them, I just think like talk to the hand, like interruption, stop with the distractions. I don't know. That's a big
That's a protective
energy right
mudra.
now.
That's a very protective mudra. For those
Oh
of you
yeah?
that don't know, yeah. So like that whole talk to the hand, what this actually does, where the eye is on that hand, is a chakra point. And anyone that you go like that, while we do this in Reiki and healing, when you put it with the intentions to protect yourself or to stop something, it will literally create that boundary away. So that's perfect that you have that. Do you sell those, and how much are they for?
They're a super good deal. They're $15 and they're wooden and they stand up. So
Okay.
they look really good next to your books or your crystals. It does feel like what you just explained it like it stops intrusions. And I just feel like that's the energy right now for the whole 2020. There's so many things going on, besides the COVID stuff. And that's really what the theme is, distractions. Like how much are you gonna let this stuff affect you to where you stop manifesting the life that you want? Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, these help like a tool. They're not supposed to replace anything, but it definitely enhances whatever you're working on. So even if you don't know anything about any crystals, your body naturally is gonna, like a vibration, like a magnet, go to the color that it needs, the healing, the mineral, all of that. It's impossible for you to pick something that is not for you.
Do you have any pieces that um, maybe have like all the chakra points together, the rainbow, or do you have any crystals that have the chakras on them, or any sets?
I do not at this moment. I have usually with chakra stones, I kind of just make customs because I have so many different colors of them. So I don't have any like put together right now, but definitely if I thought you were kind of asking also right now, like if there was a stone that heals all the chakras, and there's other stones that are not colorful at all, like blue ones that people forget that actually help all the chakras. Also with white ones, like kyanites and selenites are really powerful too. They cover just like the stones, like the point we were talking about. Other stones are specific. Even the rough ones carry a different energy than these points or even than the spears because they all repel the energy in a different way. So this is a point which means it's generating everything. It's concentrating everything wherever you're working with it. Whereas like the spheres is more of a ricochet. Any energy that comes around it, it keeps bouncing off. It's more one causing energy, one is protective. Same thing with the heart. So everything is very specific. But I would suggest always to go with whatever your body is because at the end of the day, none of the specific stuff matters. The only thing that matters is that you're learning to listen to your body when it says, like, use this color for healing. Maybe it's not going to be a crystal. Maybe they'll tell you to work with the plant. But that's definitely the point of crystals is that you get to working with them and you remember when you attracted them, you remember when they made you feel better. So when those instances in life come up, you already have like an idea of how to help yourself, and hopefully people are reading what the crystals are doing for them, not just buying them, because with that you can learn how it helps your physical, your emotional, your spiritual. All of them do so many incredible things and change your alchemy, change your DNA, and you really gotta let it because with that, yeah, I feel unstoppable, honestly. Like I can do any project that I want. It doesn't make me
With
feel bad.
and
Like
with
you get me, like it gives you confidence is my point.
And with crystals, aren't they connected? Like certain crystals, although they are all like from the earth, unless it's like a meteorite, such as moldavite or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
But each crystal has a certain element that they're connected with as well, or even like a
true,
birthstone
true, true.
as well. Correct?
Correct.
So, is there anyone now that in the chat below that has been feeling like drawn to a certain crystal? Maybe she might have it that you might be interested in, or would just want like a crystal channeling to see what I'm picking up from your energy, from your higher self, that is really calling onto you, that your higher self is kind of recommending you to work with at this time, just so that way, whether it's to be more grounded or to be more focused or just to even just activate that energy within yourself. Because yes, while crystals are tools, um, crystals also, we have thousands of crystals inside our bodies, and
True.
sometimes we keep certain energies dormanted inside of us, or we just resist the process of awakening an aspect of ourselves. And so these crystals have a spirit of their own, and they have that energy that they share with us that we can activate once we build a relationship with that crystal. Just having the crystal around can activate such energy. And so if you would like a crystal channeling, you can just say so in the chat. And in the meantime, we're gonna just have the lovely Sin continue to show us what crystals she has, showcasing them, and I can be quiet so she can talk about them. And
All right,
Feel
girl.
free if you want to order anything from her, just claim it down below in the chat.
Yes, thank you so much. So I made sure to have a little bit of variety out. I have a lot of cool little shapes. I kept out the ones that I have extras. For example, this bumblebee jasper is a cat head. It's part of the Halloween collection. I really like the jaspers in general. There's a lot of different kinds of jaspers, but this one specifically is more about like leadership and taking on like the role that even I don't want to put like pressure on it, but like the people around you kind of like want you to take up leadership roles too. So this is a stone that kind of helps you step into your power and like be assertive instead of pushing away from the growth and the nurture. A lot of us love the shapes. I'm really into whenever I buy stones, I always make sure that there's something that I resonate with before I even offer them to anybody because that's how I know that they work. That's how I know I made the transition. So something like this too, it's so cool to know that even though it looks similar like an amethyst, because it's purple, it's actually just a spirit quartz with lavender mineral inclusions in it, which would be all those little phantom lines that you're seeing at the tips of them. So it doesn't, again, it's not an amethyst, even though it's purple, a spirit quartz. And these work in a way that they help you get to know yourself in every avenue, not just up, down, the side to side, like traffic. We're talking about like in every dimension, in every aspect, in every emotion. You really get down to like what it is that makes you grow. Really, really powerful stuff because some people kind of get stuck growing. They don't even know what step to take. So stones like these, they help you just take any step. It really doesn't matter. The thing about life is that you make choices, not that you stay in idle waiting to make the right choice. It's
Spirit
like,
quartz has been one of my. I see you grabbing the kyanite. Kyanite's one of my
yeah, I love
favorites
these.
for sure. And the
Oh
spirit
my
quartz,
God.
oh, that's so beautiful.
I slept with a big kyanite yesterday and I woke up in the middle of the night and it was literally like burning hot. Like it was about to sear my hand. It was so crazy. It picked up so much, like, I guess, heavy energies that I was carrying myself from the whole week from work. It looks kind of dark right now because the sun is not shading in my direction and I cannot put the flash since we're live.
That one actually just looks like a warrior, like an arrowhead to
This is
me. That
the
one looks very
muscovite.
like as above, so below, like the
So
black with the
powerful,
blue,
right?
the grounding, and just oh, wow, so
I, Cyanides are really powerful because I actually really suggest them a lot when it comes to like physical ailments, like if you're having surgery or having heart problems, any like physical pains, fevers. I always suggest kyanites. Like this is like superhuman when it comes to healing your DNA. The same thing like the malachites. These are so cool because malachites are one of those stones that come in so many variations. This would be a tumble stone, but it comes in a bunch of other shapes like stalactites, which look like little fingers. It comes in like a fibrous style, which looks like green electric hair. Really powerful stuff. I don't think I have one out right now. And then there's also like Batriodio, which is like when malachite grows in bubbles. I tend to get different kinds of malachite throughout the year because it's just, again, one of those amazing stones that comes in so many shapes. And that's what makes me a collector, that I like to get them in every way possible.
and what is that?
So right now we're looking at grape agates.
Okay.
Any like purple stone that you look at that is high grade, for example, this basically is druzy chalcedony. It grows like Batriorio, which is the bubbles, so we call them grape agate, but it's super high grade because of how sparkly it is. That's all natural. So it's really chalcedony. When they start to morph and become other things. And any purple stone, as I was saying, that you see like that, that's morphed. Also, like purple fluorite would be one of those that when it morphs, it becomes opalized and it becomes a Tiffany stone, which is also a purple stone. And these are all stones of luxury, which means that they help you want to stay focused on like having bigger and better things. You deserve them. You don't feel guilty for asking them or manifesting them. Really powerful stuff. I
And
love
how
these
much is
stones.
that piece actually going for? That looks so beautiful. That looks like I just feel
I
like
wish I
that
can show you how really sparkly they were. Because I swear, they're like 10 times sparklier. So something like this, you're looking at about $50. These are high grade stones, so it's not like, let's say, a purple amethyst chunk that you can get for like $10 or under. It's a common stone. This one actually took me about 5 years to track down at this size. I have other bigger sizes too, so that changes the prices a lot on gems. So a piece like this, for example, of kyanite would be like $8, which is really great. There's tumbos that cost more, but it just depends on what countries we get them from. And the great baguette, they come from Indonesia. So it's not some, the way that people mine over there is not as easy as it would be here, that we have all the tools of the trade over there. Everything is like in the rain. They have like the most minimal tools, like literally hazardous everything, and they still go out there to mine the best things. So
Wow.
they really deserve everything. I'm just like going through a lot of purple stones right now. It was like a theme of October.
That's
This is a
very charai.
Yes, I love it. Look, in the black part right here, I love
Also,
it.
it's like rough and smooth.
So, yeah, it would be like a type of chiasto, like all the black.
That's
So
so
it's raw on the back side because I genuinely, as I was mentioning before, all the points or shapes, they all work with energy differently. So I like to be able to have the smooth side so I can feel it and be able to tell what it looks like before it gets polished down. Oh, excuse me for a second, that airplane. But that's really important for me because a lot of people will send me pictures and videos and ask me what it is, and there's like 10 black stones or 20 purple stones. So I like to buy them in a way that they themselves can differentiate later too what it is. Really powerful stuff. The rough stone, I like the back because it's much more protective. It kind of like stands on guard, where like the polished stone is more like a window. You're more of the observer on this side. So it's really helpful to touch either side with your thumb. Like all crystals have this thing called an activation point, and you really gotta like feel it out. Like right here would be its activation point. You have to feel its groove to feel it ignite. But you can work on both sides. The smooth side to be the observer, or activate the rough side to be able to face the issues you're observing. Really powerful. And this is from Russia, charoite. They're not common to come this big
and how
or
much
like
that
this.
piece going for. And let's say if someone is watching later, like the replay, and they wanted to order something from you, how can they go about that if they're not on this live but want to buy something from you?
They can definitely go onto my Powerful Divine accounts. I don't have everything posted because I change my gems every week, but if you send me a DM with the name of the stone, I'll show you all the ones that I have available. Because right now I only have like a few things. I have multiples of a lot of things that I can show them in addition if they want.
Okay. And I
So by
am gonna
DMing
put
me,
on. I'm sorry. How much
no,
was
nothing.
that piece?
So a Russian cherry ride like this, you're looking at $55.
Oh, that's
Really great
great.
deal.
That's a very actually.
Yeah.
Charai is. I'm sorry to intervene, but
No,
that
you're good.
stone is a very royal stone as well. And it's
Yeah.
that price is
Yeah.
ridiculously good.
I got lucky. I got lucky with the hookup in Russia that he sends me stuff now every month. So
They're not
I
common to find, although they are becoming a little bit more common nowadays.
definitely smaller. Yeah.
But they are not that common. What is that beautiful baby right there?
Oh yeah. Isn't that great? So believe it or as I was mentioning chalcedony, like the great baguette is still a type of chalcedony.
Okay.
That's druzy. And this is also a type of chalcedony that's druzy. Except it's the green and the brown make it chrome chalcedony.
Chrome.
So
Okay.
this is another stone that's high grade. I know you've seen, I mean, there's just so many kinds of high grade chalcedony. For example, like the purple agate, not the same as grape agate. You can see right through the purple, much more clear than an amethyst. It's really powerful.
That stone, just in feeling the vibration
Earthly,
and
right?
here it, yes, it feels like if someone was going through a really hard time, maybe some emotional trauma, or
That
just
helps
a
so much.
really hard time with their emotions, it can help them be kind of grounded while really getting into that, like channeling the confidence to overcome whatever emotional exhaustion they may be going through, or whatever emotional traumas they may have, is kind of
Yeah.
what I'm picking up from that stone, where it's almost like, yes, it's earthly and grounding, but it has that fire to it to get you going, not to keep you stuck grounded. Because sometimes, we get to
Yeah,
a place where we need to be grounded, but then we're so grounded we don't really like move or do anything. And it
right.
feels like, no, you can be grounded but be active at the same time, is what I'm getting. And
Yes.
the sparkle is like remembering your light.
Agreed. If we were meant to be trees, we wouldn't be humans right now. We got to be moving forward. And talking on the trauma and forgiveness part, I like to work a lot with the rhodonites. These are really great stones for helping you release like not just relationship and sexual trauma, it's just like forgiveness for the self, or let's say like not acting on our desires quick enough or too soon, just like all of the judgment, all of the above. All of that, happens for a purpose. If we learn to embrace the pain, it honestly makes it go away so much easier, so much quicker. So the rhodonites really help you to like, let your heart take the hit. Just you're gonna have to just face it. This one helps you face it without losing your emotional state.
Yeah, everything
Rhodonite.
that I mentioned with the other one, that one definitely, I know I personally worked with the rhodolite, and I know for sure the vibration that I was picking up with the other stone. And again, that just could have been for me, like how I would use the other stone as well. Because just because, like pink and greens connect with the heart chakra, but sometimes there's, our chakras are asking for a different kind of stone to work with it, because it may be for, um, it may be lacking or needing more of that certain energy to kind of influence and work with it. She said, I need that one. Conscious goddess. Which one, beloved? Which one?
Definitely the rhodonite. I think we were talking about that.
The rhodolite is phenomenal. I mean,
I have lots of these. Just coming out here to the sun to be able to show the lights better.
so
It's pretty
beautiful.
sparkly.
So
So
beautiful.
some,
And that one, the shape of it, like, I mean, I'm very multi-dimensional, so I don't only like
yes,
use the egg shape for like yoni eggs and stuff, but like as long as they're tumbled and they're safe, like I've used that one to like even do some wound healing, some
yeah,
grounding in that,
exactly.
for sure, for
So
sure.
the rhodonites, any palm stones? I could like, I feel like I'm hearing the outside. So I didn't know if I interrupted you or not.
Okay.
But the any palm stone like this, the rhodonite, you're looking at like $15. I have quite a few of them. And like what you were saying on the womb healing, they're so helpful for that too, because we're tackling how we like expressed ourselves sexually and why we even like participate in like certain romances that like whatever, even if we know they're short, not gonna end well, like we still want to like take a risk because we think, right, that we think that we're mature enough to take the hit. Meanwhile, we're over here avoiding the heart chakra and really avoiding the real problems, which is like, the emotional status, the fulfillment, like what you're really getting out of these things. A lot of people, even though, they say that they feel for us, that doesn't mean that they intend on building with us. And we get stuck on that, knowing that people feel for us and then we don't take action. We're a tree again. So all these pink stones, even though a lot of people use them like for the heart, like you were saying, they're really helpful also for womb healing, which has to do with the sacral chakra. It's not orange, but it's going to help a lot of the circulation go through your body. It's almost like withdrawals, and you have to start letting your body feel safe and letting go of those uncomfortable feelings, because they're going to manifest physically whether you want it or not.
Right.
It's better just to
And
help yourself through
the
it.
black is like, it allows for you to see almost like, okay, so this is the sacral. Yes, it connects with orange, but it's also connected with the water element, and we are about
Exactly.
like 90% water altogether. We have like 70%
Emotions,
water,
100%.
and then our organs and the blood flow and everything like that. And so that
Exactly.
the water carries our memories, it carries our light and our shadows.
Yes,
And
exactly.
you kind of have to work from the bottom to your way up. And when you really want to get to the root of things, it's like, okay, well, if my heart is hurting and I keep dealing with these heartaches, how can I connect with working with my heart and working with my sacral energy in a way where I'm into the deepest, darkest parts of my waters so that I can clean my heart, so that I can clean my energetic field, have my energy flowing and vibrant. And so that's why, like I said, it's not always, yeah, there are crystals that's connected with every color. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, I do, you know, I also work with the chakras and everything like that. So I'm very familiar with that. But I like to tell people, trust in what your intuition is feeling. So, hello, everybody coming in. So, I mean, if anybody wants to see anything else or has
Feel
any
free to message
questions,
me.
feel free to ask.
Yes, I get a lot of questions. Generally, people will message me and they'll ask me what it is that they need because they don't know what they need. And like you were saying, that's really easy too. We can also like teach you all how to pick up what you need if you want to get to that point instead of asking others what you need. It's not a bad thing. It's like a transitional thing. Just like when you learn how to ride a bike, sometimes you gotta have somebody hold it till you learn, and then you're off on your own doing your own thing. Really powerful. We want to get everybody there.
Absolutely. And again, I'm sorry if like how the audience says it is a Saturday and I normally don't work on Saturdays, but it's okay because they'll have the replay. And I'm telling anyone that's watching now or with the replay, I would not be introducing you to Sin if I did not like her crystals and trust her crystals.
Thank
They are
you.
legit. When I tell you, even your pink tourmaline. Oh goodness! I mean, it was just now again pink tourmaline with I believe white calcite in it, and that piece brought me to a whole other level, a whole other level.
Oh, that's true. You have the palm stone or the
Yes.
one of those
Oh
free
my
forms. I
gosh.
forgot.
Let me actually see if I can show you all.
I was like, oh yeah, I just shipped it, but no, now you got a raw one to go with your
Yes,
polished
that's why I
one.
ordered the raw one because I was like, oh goodness.
Yay! Thank you,
Another
Suzanne.
one. Hold on a second. This baby here. I just don't need y'all to see my business over here. This baby
Suzanne.
right here.
Oh, it's a big one. Look at that beauty. It has smoky quartz in it.
Look at that. This piece,
Smoky quartz.
and it's a self-standing. So I know I don't know if you have these pieces often, but I do know that you get the pink tourmaline, and I suggest anybody that whenever she has them in stock, I don't know if it got a little too dark here. Anytime that she has them in stock, and if you do any type of energy work, I'm gonna say any type of energy work, period. Whether it's tarot, whether it's mediumship, whether it's Reiki, whether it's shadow work, shamanism, just this stone has by far shown me so much healing abilities that comes with it. It even activated my visions to enhance on another level, so even though it's with the heart, when you open up that heart, that magnetic field that just happens with that heart chakra opening up even more, brings a lot of protection in. It brings a lot of divine light into your space, and it also allows for you to connect with your intuition and your higher self in a more safe way.
I
And this
agree.
stone definitely does that. So, I mean, that's
Yeah,
something I would
exactly.
recommend. I was just like, I remember when I slept with it the first night. I mean, it was just, my dreams was so vivid. And I was just like, I was on missions, like healing missions in the ethers and the space
Powerful.
realm. And yeah, so that
I
is
was gonna say like exactly all that. That's exactly what it does. Yeah.
and
It's so
I didn't
powerful.
know any of that before. I just know that I was super drawn to it when you showed it, and I was just like, I need to get that stone. I don't know why just yet, but I'm gonna trust my intuition. I'm gonna trust my spirit. And when I seen the different ways that You can use it just by it talking to me and telling me like I'm great. Give me a moment. So Blue, Stella, Blue. Oh, this guy. She does not like a certain man. Hello, Ray. That passes by. So she's like his energy. Give me a moment. So yeah, it was just like letting me know like any type of even working with like it likes to work with plant medicine. Um, it likes to work with like even certain deities and archangels. I was feeling the connection with it. And so also like how you said with fluorite, if you are an air sign, whether you're Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, fluorite's gonna be the bomb for you. If you're not, even if you're not those signs, like the reason I mentioned with the air signs can get, yes, they do know. Air signs can get really over the head, cloudy at times, and over the head, like needing the groundingness. And fluoride can remind you to be a little bit grounded because it's going to clean you out. It's like an energetic vacuum, kind of is how I look at it as well. Also, if you do any type of healing work or readings, having a fluoride next to you. So let's say you're getting into
Reading,
tarot
exactly.
now. There's a trend. Everybody wants to be a tarot reader. Everyone wants to be a diviner now. So like, if you want to do that in a safe way, having these crystals are also another form of protection. Yes, we protect it in our mind. We're protected in our body and our spirit, the way that we protect ourselves. But they also do add on to the influence. And fluoride is one of those. Can you show that piece again? I really love it.
I would always use the fluoride when I was in college or university. I would always work with the fluoride to help me like actually remember
That's
studies.
lapis or that's fluoride? That's lapis
No,
lazuli.
this is lapis.
Okay, I love lapis lazuli as well.
So like yeah, like you were saying, fluoride is great for readings in general, whether you're working as a reader or you're reading a book or some new information. It's a perfect stone to help you get through accessing it, Akashic records. I don't know why I thought you said like show me the lapis.
It's
So
okay.
that's why
I
I grabbed
actually
it.
like lapis lazuli. Is one of my favorites as well. I know I keep saying that right. She has that one, Suzette. How much is that piece going for? Lapis is nice
This
with
is
the
a lap.
right?
This lapis is from Afghanistan. It's $18 for this tower. If I'm not mistaken. Not sure.
Yeah,
It might be like 3 to 4 inches. I gotta check.
that's actually not bad at all.
Yeah,
Considering
these
there's
are
so
great.
many
This is
ways of
not dyed
doing
at
it.
all either. And the gold minerals, it would be golden pyrite inside of the lapis.
Mhm. That's what
Yeah.
makes it lapis lazuli because there's lapis alone without the pyrite, and then with the pyrite,
Mm.
it's lapis lazuli. And I think it's just such a great stone to use. Connecting with your intuition, your third eye. Anybody that does like money manifestation or prosperity rituals, that's definitely a stone you want to incorporate.
Rituals.
So
Yes.
anybody that does rituals or maybe even wire wrapping or like wants to create your own wands, crystals are great for that as well.
I have a few of these here. These are a lot of people have like basic go-to stones like clear quartz and amethyst. I definitely always love the rose quartz. Like I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this one because half the year I need it like by my bedside, and the other half the year like I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to have sympathy for nobody. I need a break. But I like my go-to stones actually are like tiger's eyes. I'm out of the blue ones right now, but they're also powerful because they also carry well, it's a metal. The mineral here would be hematite. So whenever we see it in a mix, it's actually called tiger's iron.
That one's
But
very beautiful, yeah.
when it's gold like this, I always suggest for people to carry it when they're traveling, when they're going on a new trip, on vacation, or maybe they're going to visit somebody they haven't seen in a long time. It's a protective stone also for your finances at work. Like if you kind of feel bad juju from somebody. The
Oh,
red tiger's
definitely
eye.
good for the Mercury retrograde as well.
Right? Yeah, that's definitely like the black tourmaline. That's a retrograde stone for sure. There's also red tiger's eye. I love these because even though they're red, they look chocolatey to me, like velvet. And these are really powerful stones, of course, for grounding because they're red. But this one is more about protecting your home and your body besides just your travel, besides the app. Because yellow, think about yellow as an avenue. It's something we follow, like our finances and when we go on the road. And then the red is more about staying home, like cultivating that fire for yourself. Really protective stone. Makes you like stop sharing your energy where it's not reciprocated. Ugh, reciprocated, excuse me.
Can the red one also have the hematite in it, the iron? Because I know hematite is actually the natural bloodstone. It's the original bloodstone before they turn the green
Yeah, it
into
oxidizes.
bloodstone.
The emitter oxidizes and turns red. So yes, of course. Oh, look, that one looks like it has a little heart. All the tiger's eye can have the mineral that you're speaking of because it's usually like a layer embedded between the lines. Like
Okay.
you said, it's basically one of its bases. And you can also have all of the colors in one. Like in spheres, I've had those spheres where it's yellow, red, and blue all in one. So everything all
I
together,
love
just like
the
the
blue one
fluorite.
too.
Right?
Does the red one have another name? Because I know like the blue ones, it is blue tiger's eye, but it's also known as like the falcon's eye or hawk's eye.
That's true. I
Does the
don't know
red
if the
one
red one is called something. Honestly, I know like there's so many stones, like even like a stone called deer eye, but like I think that's more like a side name of like the groups of people that promote it. But I don't know. No, I was like trying to think. I don't know. I don't think I've ever read anything. Have you? Did because I might not
I
know.
would have to. I know that I paid more attention to the Hawk's Eye because
Outside.
I do connect a lot with the Tiger's Eye. I feel like every Leo or fire sign definitely gets along with that Tiger's Eye, and it's super protective as
No
well.
wonder I like it.
Yes, yes. I mean, every Leo that I know, like I have my Leo, and I'm like, here, Tiger's Eye, whoo, whoo, whoo. And I mean, even the cat Jasper that you showed, the Halloween one, the limited edition from Indonesia, that itself, that Jasper is part of the same family of Tiger's Eye as well, I believe, because Tiger's Eye is a family member of Jasper, if I'm not mistaken. And so the energy that it carries, I feel like it works well with like all three of your lower chakras,
Mm-hmm.
especially the layers. I need the cat one. Go get it. Claim them. Hit her up. So I know we're getting closer to time here. She said, I'm claiming it now. Can you show
Suzette,
us the cat ones one more time before we go? There we go.
the tiger's eye. There's actually stones that are called cat eye stones, which would be obsidians. So these are specifically tiger's eyes. The
Yes.
obsidians is another type of stone that's more volcanic in nature and impacted glass. But that would be the cat's eyes. Ah!
No, no, the cats from Indonesia. The cats from the Jasper.
Oh, the cat Jasper. Oh my god, I love these. Jasper is a whole nother conversation of family. You can kind of see through like the yellow there. This Jasper comes in like 20 other colors. It's really incredible. It's becoming one of my favorites right now because yeah, I have to take like a whole year learning all of them. Honestly, it's not something you can learn like overnight.
Can you show us the one underneath that one? That one's so beautiful.
This?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
I'm really into all the orange
Ooh.
stones right now for Halloween. Have a lot of like sunstone heart left. This light doesn't do them justice, of course.
No, that's so beautiful. Sunstone is so powerful as well for wound
Let me go
healing,
outside.
confidence, for money. I mean,
Yeah, that's the one we all need right now. Let's stay focused. Gotta stop, be willing to participate in relationships because supposedly they might help us along the way. No, honey, help yourself. Cut them out.
self love. You take, just allowing yourself to like do a self love ritual with that. So beautiful,
Yeah.
so beautiful. And sunstone, if I'm not mistaken, is part of the quartz family, correct?
I honestly thought it was calcite, so I might have to double check.
Oh, it could be calcite. I don't want to be mistaken. So, but I know we are getting close to the end, and time is 2:02. She kind of froze. I don't know if you can still hear me. If you do, can you say something in the comments below? There we go.
Them in the sunstone is this extra iridescence there.
We couldn't hear anything that you said because you
Oh
froze.
shoot. Sorry, I think it was the Wi-Fi that cut off.
What were you saying?
So I was saying that in the beginning, when I started collecting crystals, I would always get those confused a lot, the calcite and the sunstone, because they're basically the same, except the sunstone has the confetti, the extra sparkle iridescence. That's like the little specks is the only difference between them. But a lot of there's really high grade orange calcite that looks like that. It looks all broken up, and it would make you look like it's a sunstone. But that's why they're in the same family. It's so tricky. Like the malachites, there's those are other stones that they mix with other things in the same color genre, but they turn out to be something else, even though it's the same family. For example, like they could be like azurite, chrysocolla, shatukite, all that blue stuff. Even though it's different shades, it's still the same family. They come from malachite, which is so crazy, so crazy that all those
Yeah.
colors from that one green stone, like they morph like a Pokemon.
Yes, gotta catch them all, gotta get them all.
Exactly.
So that
That's gonna
means
be the
everyone,
next one.
I'm
We'll do
sorry,
that
go
next
ahead.
live. Catch 'em all edition.
Yes. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here and taking the time to do this live. I am going to add your bio and your information down in the description box below. So if anybody is watching this and they want to go follow her page, or they want to order anything, they can just reach out directly to you. I want to say thank you to everyone that was tuning in. We love you
Thanks, Miss
very
Suzette.
much, and we're so excited. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us on our DM. I know some people they're kind of shy about asking things in the comments, and they like more personal one-on-one. So we're there for you. And I just want to say, any final words, Sin?
Oh my gosh. Please don't be shy. All of us need answers, and the stupid people are the ones that don't ask questions. You got to be able to help yourself. And if there's a tool out there that makes you feel like you can help yourself, you need to try it. Do yourself a justice, a service, and just try it. And if you don't like it, move on from it. But these stones, they're going to help you try everything you ever wanted to try. All across the board, just like a color, all across every spectrum, you're going to have the ability to try to learn, try to be in a relationship, try to get out of toxic situations, try to be on healthier health habits. It's just endless, just like medicine. So definitely be willing to give these a try. If you take Tylenol, you can try crystals.
Oh yes, and they do work as medicine. That's a whole other topic.
And you
So
know, and I'm a nurse. Like I swear on it. When I was in nursing school, my teacher would be like, "Take a Xanax bar before an exam," and I was like, "No, girl, I have a lithium stone. I'll be okay."
right, there you go. Like lithium is good for people with like schizophrenia or bipolar and stuff too. So like, hey, there's a stone. You could just
You have this beautiful purple light that's been shining on top of your forehead for like the last 15 minutes. Like it looks like
thank
violet.
you, thank
Every
you.
time I like point it out, I
That's
hear
us
your guides
dancing.
talking.
That's us dancing in the name of love.
I see it. I love it. All that violet power. Thank you, sister. Message me later. Thank you for inviting me.
Bye, everyone.